Emporium.
Guys, do you know Yao Han? Emporium! I used to shop there during my primary school days.
In this episode of SG Now, wearing masks outside is now optional in Singapore. So have we all stopped wearing them?
CityJo Bruce enters a secret shop full of old school wonders.
CityJo Dharmhik meets the man behind a brand new video game featuring monsters from Southeast Asian folklore.
And CityJo Shah chats to an entrepreneur with 5 homeschooled children and her very own skincare brand.
Hello and welcome to SG Now.
Before we bring you our first story, we'd like to give a quick shout out to our adopted charity for this month, Caregivers Alliance.
We are becoming more and more aware that those who care for the sick face a huge challenge. The emotional burden and physical demands they face are more than many can bear, and yet they must trudge on. Caregivers Alliance is a non-profit organization in Singapore dedicated to meeting the needs of caregivers of persons with mental health issues through education, support networks, crisis support, tailored services, and self-care enablement.
To help them achieve personal well-being and resilience, their aim is to reach out to 20,000 caregivers by 2023.
So, if you're interested in volunteering or donating, we've put a link to the Caregivers Alliance website in our program description.
Now, masks. Okay, we've been wearing them everywhere for the last 2 years. You can tell I am quite tired of wearing my mask. But we've also learned the different names of the different types of masks. There's N92, N95, KN95, and of course the ubiquitous surgical mask.
Wow, you know your masks.
I do
Very
know
well.
my mask.
But did you know women find men in surgical masks more attractive, and particularly the blue ones?
Really?
Yeah.
The blue ones?
Yes.
The very hospital ones?
I don't know. Maybe you women find it more sexy? Is that right?
Maybe, but I think you're more handsome without your mask.
Thank you. Now that's at least according to a survey done at Cardiff University in UK.
I see. Well, okay, maybe I think it's because it brings out the eyes in the men, right? So maybe that's why. Well, as of March 29th, Singaporeans have been allowed to gather in groups of 10, attend large-scale live events, and go mask-free outdoors.
Woohoo! And our CityJos have been out in the streets finding out how people have taken to the relaxed rules.
Hey guys, today is my first time hosting Street Talk, and today's topic is about... Okay, I can take out my mask. Why? It's already 29. Oh my god, it is. Okay, well this is so much better. Okay, so that's our topic, the fact that we can now take off our masks, and there are changes to the regulations and the restrictions. Me and other CityJos are out on the streets, hearing what you have to say. Let's go and check it out.
Yeah, boy!
How do you feel about the fact that going out with a mask is optional now?
I mean, it's pretty good because we got the choice. We got the choice of freedom to choose whether do we want to wear masks or not. Yeah, so I think it's a good idea.
Because of this type of easing of restriction, you can do more activities, especially sports activity, and so many things can open up, and more people can become more active.
I think even if it's optional, I will wear it.
I myself is a COVID.
What? I myself is a COVID.
I myself is a COVID recovery person, and I'm not worried lah. Actually, I'm not worried. So it's good that we have the option to whether to wear or not to wear.
I think it's quite okay, just as long as we're not in like massive groups or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really positive change, and I think a lot of people are really excited about it.
And it's good that you still have the opportunity to keep your mask if you want to.
I kind of like that Singapore is heading towards normality, but they're doing it in a well way, thought out, and it's still protecting us from corona and stuff. So yeah.
I think it's a good measure because, like, especially outdoors, when it's easier to be without the mask. Yeah, but I think because we have been so used to wearing masks for the past 2 years, so to me it's not much of a difference. Yeah.
Then now that we can gather in groups of 10, right? What will you do, and who are the 9 people you're looking forward to hanging out with?
Oh, definitely my family members.
I don't have friends.
Yeah, so probably have a good dinner outside with them.
I got family.
Yeah, because we used to have like family gatherings, but because of the COVID, we had to do it at home or without the full family members together.
Okay, actually I'm a very antisocial guy. I like to do things alone. But yeah, I have a few groups of friends, but we don't really hit more than 5 people. So it doesn't really matter to me, but it's more for those who wants to go out with their family, and their family is very big, so it's a very good thing.
That will be my working colleagues, with my relations, friends that I really love to have them in my company as time goes by. And places, yes, we will be okay, good, and love to have to be together.
So we now know that live events are allowed, right? And large live events are actually allowed. What do you think about that?
Of course, I'm happy about it because I'm always looking forward to it because we have been staying at home all this while, but now the government has...
What?
Now the government has eased the COVID-19 restriction, but we also, our part to play a part with the precautions, to make a precautions. And I'm happy to hear that we are going to have a live event coming back, night entertainment, nightlife all coming back. So it's like going back to normalcy.
Yes, bigger events is coming up is something good. Yes, he's showing and telling us that life is going to become a norm, and we can all have a good life coming back to us, and be glorious about it, be thankful and grateful to the life that we own, that we are given by God the Almighty in our lives.
As long as everybody is being responsible and maybe like taking tests by themselves if they feel unwell.
Yeah, definitely agree. So long as everyone is like thinking of other people still, then I think it's a great thing, and it's going to boost morale and stuff. It's good.
I think Singapore has the systems that if it does go downhill again and then the cases rise, we can go back to a more restricted form, so we can ease up and then go back if it does happen. So I think it's fine.
Boy! Okay, so majority of our answers seem to say that it's a good thing that the masks are coming off and that it's about time. It's 2 years coming. But looking around when on the streets, 98% of people have not taken off their masks. Maybe they just think it's not safe yet. But what are your thoughts? Leave them in the comments. I'm looking forward to reading some of them. With that said, this has been CityJo Dharmhik for Singapore One. Goodbye.
So, to mask up or not mask up? That is the question. And guys, if you mask up, wear the blue one. The girls dig it.
Yes, wear the blue one. You'll get a girlfriend, confirm.
Really? But you know what? I think people still would wear the mask because they want to be on the safe side, right?
Yeah, I guess you could be right. Anyway, moving along, in our next story, CityJos Bruce, Kathleen and Shah visit a shop called By My Old School, housed in an industrial building in Commonwealth Drive, and take a step back in time.
Tucked away in this industrial building of Commonwealth is a shop filled with things that I know from my younger days. To share the excitement from my first visit, I had brought along my fellow CityJos, Kathleen and Shah. A good friend of mine who knew that I love vintage items had told me about this place, knowing that if I visited, I would go bonkers. And she was right. You should have seen me that day. I was like a kid in a toy store. All of us had so much fun browsing through all the items and fooling around.
Hi, my name is Rebecca and I'm the co-founder of By My Old School Vintage Shop. Me and my dad started this shop about 10 years ago because of our love for vintage items. So another passion that my dad has is the collecting of die-cast cars, especially in a scale of 1:43. So he's been collecting this since he was a boy.
Okay, for all you younger people out there, let me tell you what this is. This was our fridge. Believe it or not, our fridge, right? For lack of a better word, fridge lah.
Yeah, so in the past I've heard stories from my parents also that because the weather wasn't so hot, they could leave leftover food in a tight dough like this. And so typically you will have a wire mesh to keep your cockroaches and flying insects out. And then they will put this moat on the legs.
Water lah.
Yeah, the forelegs, so that the ants wouldn't crawl up the legs into your food lah. So very eco-friendly way of keeping food till dinner time lah, I guess. So this is our small little barber corner, and this is our traditional Chinese medicine TCM corner, and this is our cobbler tools. So you see all the different tools of various trades in the past because my dad has a passion for collecting old tools.
Oh my gosh. Guys, this is mind-blowing. This place is mind-blowing.
We even have Yao Han bag and Emporium.
Guys, do you know Yao Han? I bet some of you don't.
This one, Emporium.
Emporium! I used to shop there during my primary school days.
So this is a Marie biscuit press. Yeah, it's a very old one because it's like a single press and it's brass and wood connected to a heat source. So this is a vintage diving helmet, also known as a hard hat. And it's a Russian copper diving helmet from Draeger. So my dad collects a lot of vintage Navy items because he used to be a naval diver. So he actually started the naval diving unit in Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the pioneers. So on a ship, right, how they communicate ship to ship.
Oh, Morse code, the light thing.
Yeah, they use this light to do the Morse code, so the ship-to-ship communication lah. And this is the cooking area. Kueh cooking, the cooking tools. Yeah.
Guys, original egg basket when I was young, extremely difficult to find. When people go to the market years ago, when I wasn't born yet, they used to bring this along to buy eggs. We had so much fun, but after half a day, we had barely covered half the shop.
I really enjoyed myself here. Yeah. I got a cup, uncaged the bowl. This year, Tiger year, right?
Tiger,
nice, right? Tiger beer, Cute, right? I like it. And then I got a postcard from 1909, very nostalgic. Yeah, I really like it.
What about you? Do you get anything?
I didn't bring cash with me, so I didn't get anything. Okay. So I'm good with it.
For me, all right, I kept my wallet at home. I knew if I brought my wallet, bad things are going to happen. But I'll definitely be coming back here again.
Yes, definitely.
This place is just too good to be true. Honestly, oh my gosh, I love it.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
A lot of nostalgic things inside.
If you want to visit, go into their Facebook page, By My Old School, to make an appointment. This place is by appointment only, yeah? Okay, this has been Bruce.
This has been Kathleen.
And this has been Sha.
And these are your CityJos.
Now that's really exciting. By My Old School is like an Aladdin's cave of nostalgia.
Yeah, it was really taking us back old school. And if you're intrigued to find out more, visit their Facebook page to make an appointment. We've placed a link in our program description.
Next to come, a new video game with monsters from our part of the world. Andrew Teo is a local indie game developer whose first game, Ghostlore, features mythical creatures and ghosts from Southeast Asian folklore, including our very own Malayan and Pontianak.
Hey guys, do you enjoy Southeast Asian folklore like I do? If you do, then today's story is just for you. We are going to talk about a game, Ghostlore, which is releasing in April, which features Southeast Asian monsters or mythical beings from our folklore as enemies. we are going to be talking to the creator, Andrew. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Andrew Teo. I'm the developer of Ghostlore. I'm basically responsible for all the art in Ghostlore, as well as the initial concept and the design was by me. And actually, I think I wanted to do a game like this when I was like, since I was probably in secondary school. So it was a very long time ago.
So it's a long time coming.
Yeah, this is kind of like fulfilling for me, like fulfilling a childhood dream for me.
Could you share why Southeast Asian folklore?
So the important thing is that when I was researching a lot about all this, is that a lot of the mythological monsters are in Southeast Asian folklore. Is that a lot of them have got like a lot of these, there are certain rules in how to deal with them. They got certain special powers, and there are certain ways in which they behave. And because of these things, right, I feel they translate very, very nicely into a game design, whereby because these monsters, they have got like, there are certain rules on how you have to defeat them or how you can defeat them. So I thought that this would be a very interesting thing to turn into gameplay.
Because I know that for every enemy that has a unique way of killing it, there's a lot of code that goes behind it.
Yeah.
Every asset has to be made.
Yeah.
So I want to know, how do you manage all of this? Because like, let's say for Pontianak to kill the tree that it belongs to, right?
Yeah.
Then, so how long do you spend like maybe creating any unique enemy?
I think it takes about 2 to 3 weeks from, firstly from research, then to idea, then to, for me it's making the artwork for it, which basically what it's done is that it's done in 3D, and then it's rendered into an isometric 3D view.
With enemies ranging from the Toyo to the Rakshasa, I simply had to try my hands out at this game. I just started up the game a little while ago. Not gotten much done. I just explored a little. This is my first time playing a game like this, so then you get used to the controls. Oh wow. Okay, way too. There's so many enemies. And playing it, I got to say, I am extremely impressed. There's so many environments to check out. There's a day and night cycle where you even have miners growing in the morning. Nighttime is super dark. Oh, this is so much faster to go. I can't believe this is just the demo. The gameplay is so fluid and responsive. There's so much customization already available. But the inner game designer in me knows that this could not have come about without major challenges for Andrew. Let's go and find out some of them.
Because I do this in my free time and I hold down a day job, it was a bit hard for me to find the time and the energy to do it, and also it was sometimes it could be hard to coordinate with some of the other people who are working on it as well. I just hope that people enjoy it. That it's fun to play, and I think that should be about it.
If you guys are as interested in Ghostlore as I am, do try and support Andrew by getting the game on early access on Steam on the 14th of April, like I know I'll be doing. With that said, this has been CityJo Dharmhik for Singapore One.
Now that looks so fun. Sharda, if you were a Southeast Asian ghost, which ghost would you be?
Okay, I'll be the Toyo.
Toyo?
Yeah.
It's the green imp, right?
The sneaky
Oh, more like cute than sneaky.
Not cute.
Scary.
We are scary.
Okay.
Then what about you?
I will be the pochong.
Oh, the vampire one.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's a good cardio workout, you know.
So he wants to be the pocho for cardio.
Yeah.
Well done.
In any case, if you want to check out the game and support our local gaming industry, Ghostlore is available on early access on Steam.
Yes, and can you imagine? He created this game all the while having a full-time job. I mean, he's a really good multitasker.
And speaking of multitasker, the person we're going to feature in our final story today is a multitasker as well.
Yes, we're going to meet an entrepreneurial mother of 5 who not only successfully homeschools her children, but even has time to create and market her own range of skincare products.
Wow.
Check it out.
You know that mothers will do anything to make sure that their kids get the best in life. Today we are going to meet one such mother of 5 who went to great lengths to create her own skincare products so that her kids can get access to safe skincare.
Hi, my name is Irene and I homeschool my 5 children. My journey as a mom has always been one that I'm always looking over the well-being of my children, almost like a hawk, just trying to be sure that they are well taken care of. I started homeschooling my eldest daughter when she turns 2. You want to try and call this?
I've called things before, Mom. It's not like I don't know how
I know
to call it.
I know you are a professional potato peeler. How about that? you peeled so many potatoes.
So offensive.
When my children became teenagers, they needed skincare products. But the more I searched, the more confused I became. And the more I read on the internet on what is safe and what is not, the whole thing was just information overload. So at that time, I felt that it makes sense if I get trained myself so that I know exactly what is happening in the area of cosmetic ingredients.
Okay, so what is it about these ingredients that you're so particular about?
One point is that I would prefer products that are not derived from petrochemical.
Was it easy for you to find these kind of products in the market?
That's the reason why I started to get myself trained in this area, because I couldn't find such products in Singapore easily. As I was getting myself trained, I actually did an R&D for my own skin first.
Yeah.
And because I saw that my skin improved, that gave me that fuel, to pursue, to continue to kind of get myself equipped so that I can ultimately produce skincare that my children can use.
Yeah. Venturing into all of this, into homeschooling, your skincare, I'm sure you had to give up a lot of things along the way. Did you have to make any sacrifices?
I was a former state registered nurse. And then I wanted to see the world. So I went and joined Singapore Airlines as a crew. But after the short stint flying as a cabin crew, because of my training as a nurse, I became a flight safety administrator.
Right.
And then the children came along. And I think at that point, I didn't have second thoughts. Maybe at first I did, but because my husband supported me, I gave up my career because my children was my priority. There's no doubt about it. So whether I regretted or not, I wouldn't say I regret.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. So looking back, no regrets at giving up your career?
Definitely not. I think the impact that we left, my husband and I, in homeschooling our children, I think that is a lasting legacy that we left behind. A lot of ups and downs, but I think we journeyed together as a family, and I think that's all worth it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I think I had my cake and I ate it, so to say, because I think I have a very supportive family. My husband is very supportive of me homeschooling, my in-laws as well.
Yeah, okay, so it's no easy feat doing what you did. And to all mothers or women out there, do you have any piece of advice for them?
I would say that continue to dream big, and I think it's not that leap, it is really building slowly. You just be good in what you do daily. And if you have space, you can pursue your interests at the sideline, always knowing that you need to keep the priorities right. If you have young children, there's no way you can take a course at Singapore Poly, there's no way. You got to take care of babies. But the moment the children are older, you can start with, I would say, baby steps, inching forward every day to pursue your dream.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing your story. It's truly
Thank you
inspiring.
for having me. Yeah.
Okay. This has been CityJo Shah. Bye-bye, everybody.
Well, Irene, she managed to juggle all of that, but still keeping her priorities in place, like taking care of the children and running that business. That's really admirable. I want to be even like 1/4 of the woman she is. You
really need to be very disciplined to achieve what she has at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm
Can you
disciplined
be
enough.
that disciplined?
I don't know. But I think Irene has really inspired me to want to be that person.
All right. But first, you must have 5 children.
No! I can have 2 children.
2 children, okay. Well, if you're interested in finding out more about Irene's beauty products, we've included a link to her brand, Sage & Lang, in our program description.
Well, we've reached the end of another episode of SG Now.
Thanks for joining us, and don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe.
And is that all? Good. Okay, have a good day, and we'll see you again soon.
And bye!
Bye!